I want to ask you two more things, and these are requested questions from people who listen to us often. A leader wants to know is do you have a preferred method at setting organizational goals from the perspective of understanding that weak goals, meaning goals that are just incremental growth, are lead to complacency. Impossible goals in her eyes are difficult to get people inspired around. So where is that sweet spot so we can get an organization to rally around something that it hasn't done before?
There's no rallying, okay, first of all. Everything's got to be done with one person, the leader. There's no rallying. There's no pep rally. There's no collective. There's no group. All those ideas have to be completely, jettisoned. In asking that question, whatever leader that you're speaking of who asked that question, it should be known that this leader is placing a massive and enormous ceiling upon him or herself in asking that question, no matter what answer that they possibly could receive. The very question is a dead end.
So how are the teams inspired? Vision?
There's no team. There's no team, Mo. Listen, if you have 10 people in a room, let's be honest. I'm not here for diplomacy, right? We're here to tell the truth. We're here to speak the truth. I'm not here to make friends and make everyone happy. It's just to speak the truth. If you have a group of 10, if you have one in those 10 who is a unique, rare DNA, outside the box human, he needs to run like hell from the other 9. Because I can guarantee you, in a group of 10, you're not going to have that one. And if by some miracle you do, you're not going to have 2. So that 1 is going to be swallowed by the 9. So that 1 needs to forget about motivating anyone or rallying anything. That 1 needs to become so world class at arriving at purity, at arriving at internal wholeness, at arriving at making perfect decisions, at arriving at crystallizing his or her vision without any interference, feedback, questioning, or pollution by any of the other 9. And this is not going to be written in any book. And this is not going to be presented in PowerPoint lectures and conferences.
Right? Yeah, that we know for sure.
So no one's going to discuss these things because it's too stark. Okay? It's the absolute truth. There are not that many rare DNA human beings in the world. And the ones that there are, and there are several.
5, to be exact.
Well, whatever there are.
Maybe 6 this week.
They're never in the same group. Never. So wherever they are, all around the world, they need to allow themselves the permission to be unabashedly who they are. Because they are like the sand that's being lapped by the ocean of the common, who is wearing away their foundation.
So if I am this individual running this company, and I know that, hey, 1 out of the 10 or 5 out of the 50 or 100 out of the 5,000.
Well, that leader has to be that one, That leader has to be that one.
What the hell do I do with the other 4,500?
When the one is completely the one, fall in line. That's the way it usually works.
Mm-hmm.
If you open a door of kumbaya, all you're going to get is filth. And all you're going to get is interference and noise. And all you're going to get is putting massive ceilings on a company that could have been great if it had been run by way of, a single leader as opposed to, give me feedback. It's such just nonsense.
It's conditioning, right? It's conditioning.
Give me feedback as to how you think I mean, like I told you in the last podcast, Rembrandt doesn't ask for feedback.
Right.
And
that was one of my favorite lines, right?
Yeah, and if you're not a Rembrandt, then realize that, right? But you have to ask real questions. You cannot go to business conferences and meet with common people in the business community and discuss these business ideas and these leadership ideas and these methods and techniques and 5 ways to lead and be kind to your employees and don't say that and don't fire them and fire this one but don't fire that one and make sure. I mean, what do you think this is? I mean, just people are not serious. They're just not serious. They're juvenile.